Alrighty. Seems like that's working as it should. Yeah, I won't lie, I'm pumped about my new controller adapters, and makes it hard to not enjoy going back to this thing a bit more now. Especially that I got a capture card finally. I'm really pumped about that because I honestly always wanted to get to do this stuff, especially as someone who is just a video game loving fool. At least it's always been a nice hobby, and I definitely do want to still make games. And I've been playing the Nintendo Switch Game Builder Garage to learn coding to at least some degree, and I think it does a good job at it. It's actually kind of interesting how it pulls it all off, but it is clear that I'll probably eventually want to try and start messing with like Unity Engine or something if I wanted to actually try and do something properly. That being said, I am still pumped about all this. I Since I got a fat model, there is a part of me that wants to actually eventually jailbreak it because I'm not against jailbreaking game consoles. It helps when you are, for example, getting games from another country and they want to get certain games locked to certain country systems only, to where it's just a silly way of trying to control people having the right to play their rightfully bought games, to control things a lot like what Ubisoft is trying to do right now and trying to tell people, oh, you don't own your games and you should get used to not owning your games. How about fuck you, Ubisoft? I have not enjoyed your guys' shit since probably Assassin's Creed 3 and outside of Assassin's Creed, I always loved Splinter Cell, and the last game that I enjoy from that is Blacklist, even though I wasn't pumped about the whole switch of voice actors there with Sam Fisher. That just didn't really feel very well handled, I thought, because it felt like there was a more interesting storyline being built up with Conviction. And while Blacklist does have something interesting going on, clearly, I haven't personally spent enough time to get deep enough into it to really say personally that I feel like it lives up to the storylines of the other entries of Splinter Cell. Because I've pretty much played them all. I've even played Splinter Cell Essentials on the PSP, and I didn't actually feel that bad about it, even though it was a little bit awkward. I was still kind of pumped that I had a portable Splinter Cell, and a good plain one, I thought, for what it was worth. Um, and, you also had Splinter Cell 3D on the 3DS that actually wasn't too bad of a port of just the single player of the PS2 Splinter Cell 3 Chaos Theory, which I only now know is actually different from the original Xbox versions. And I'm it didn't actually bug me that much personally because I didn't have the Xbox version to compare it to personally. I just always experienced Splinter Cell on PS2. It's why I actually know the PS2 intro to the original Splinter Cell right here. Over the freaking one that the Xbox original version had that I am sorry, I cannot fucking for the life of me take it seriously. No fucking joke here, man. It's like some sort of weird fucking like like rap rock number kind of thing. Just that's the name of the game, and I was just like, excuse me, what the fuck? I was so deeply confused when that played instead of the intro that I knew on the PS2 version. And in all fairness, when the YouTuber who's kind of known most for playing Splinter Cell games and reviewing them, covering Splinter Cell in general, Critical Nobody, Craig, if you ever see this man, I hope you're doing all right. Um, he grew up on the Xbox versions, and then he uh, actually covered the PS2 versions, and I ended up realizing in ways how they were actually not what I not the same version. But I guess because of that, they went out of their way to probably do a double take on the intro of the Xbox and PC version of Splinter Cell 1 and go, okay, yeah, we do need to fucking change this intro because this shit is honestly really hard to fucking take seriously. It's just it's not the same kind of engagement you can get out of the intro to the PS2 version, where, granted, something that isn't rad is that they didn't care to plan this new intro out with the um, dedication to the story of the original game, because the story is about a pair of undercover agents going missing and finding out that this is connected to the Georgian government and even communist China. And and literally the PS2 intro instead rewrites the undercover agents more like the Splinter Cell-esque type of agents. That being said, at least to me at the time, it better established the kind of spy work that Splinter Cell portrayed and portrayed very well, I might add. And I've always loved these games. That being said, it sucks that we can't really trust Ubisoft anymore. It's kind of the only thing that I care about seeing come back from them if there was ever a chance. Yet at the same time, it sounds like there's a possibility that them being bought out by Commie China may affect their storytelling for the original game being remade to where they're going to write out Communist China. Gee, I wonder why. Flat out, let's be fucking real here. That is so beyond obvious of an issue there. It's why it's why I'm actually very engaged in these kind of political um, conspiracy storytelling that you get in Splinter Cell and Metal Gear, because it's happening a lot more than people realize. Personally speaking, I can't say that I particularly 100% trust Donald Trump blindly, but I feel like he is potentially coming from a different place than past presidents in genuinely a good way, a way that should be taken seriously, I feel like. That being said, do I think that we can just blindly trust him? That we could just believe that there couldn't be personal reasons that he's doing this shit for his own personal benefit? By all means, we shouldn't just blindly trust him. That is a personal lesson that I've had from growing up knowing about the variety of conspiracies in the world. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. And because of that, I take these stories pretty seriously when I am even experiencing them from the source of fiction. It's still going to be very engaging for a reason. So, part of me wants to continue on tack 1 just because I am so far into it. I already got the first main batch of objectives done with the the plants and the fact that that also scratched out ever needing to get the rest of the Nubu plants defeated for unlock bonuses. So really, I just only have all the stuff that I have to do for eventually completing it outright. Because definitely, when you care to complete the game, it does give you a lot of benefits to your time in the various levels. When you care to try and just go after everything, and the final unlock with all the Yorbles, which I think is like 200 total in the game or something like that, is concept art. And the concept art is pretty nice to look at for TAC, I think. Uh, that being said, though, I feel like I might freaking piss myself off if I freaking go back to try and do more of the sand and snowboarding, but at the same time, I at least so far have the what is it? Because I think at the very least I'm going to make sure I collect all the mana spells so that I have everything unlocked for combat and also just for the final levels being as easy as possible, generally speaking. And then maybe I just leave getting the all the Yorbles for post game. I mean, it ain't like I don't mind doing the sand and snowboarding mini game at least, but at the same time, I don't want to freaking drag myself out on it, especially since I kind of recently completed it on emulation not long back. You know what? Yeah, another very early PlayStation 2 memory I'll put in next. It ain't gonna be TAC, but a lot of people played it a lot more than they did TAC, sadly. But for a reasonable perspective, if I'm being honest, I get why, because the games were better in many cases, although definitely okay, there we go. just switched my memory cards around. Let's do this. Sadly, the company is just not as good as it used to be, and I'm just bummed about that because, well, I played some of the very early uh, times of their development and everything. Just like I knew the original Crash Bandicoot because that's what people like me owned, and I got to play it a lot, and I loved the original Crash Bandicoot. I loved Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back, Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. I love Crash Team Racing. I even have a soft spot for Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex. Sadly, though, we never got to see, well, the people we really would want to have seen brought it back. Like, thing is, we all know that, I may have the PC version, but it's kind of cooler to throw this version on specifically. Maybe I should actually... Okay, there we go. The thing is, all the woke bullshit that Naughty Dog focuses on now under Neil Cuckman, I can't care for them like I used to. And Amy Hennig was a part of what made the original Jak and Daxter games so engaging, with their lore, their characters, and how they were actually willing to get experimental with Jak and Daxter. So, yeah, I've completed this game before, but if I'm being honest, this game is more than a fun time to get to complete over and over.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jack, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Extra interesting when you're a Christian now, too.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jack? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble!
Sorry, just getting a little.
What? Okay. I'm fine.
But are you though, bro? Because I don't think you're around anymore, bro.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
Kind of always does what shit talker Daxter was.
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
This game has no loading screens, which is just absolutely amazing that they pulled this off on the PS2. It's part of what makes this game just such a nice kind of come back to and just kind of zone out on. And they even still have no loading screens for Jack 2 and Jack 3. Did an amazing job. And, that alone doesn't make it clear that this is clearly the spiritual successor to Jack 3. You don't guess.
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange. This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grav Zoomer. Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
Especially
Wow! That last scout fly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
so worth it back then, and I'm kind of more bummed that all the times that PlayStation has given any attempt at us having a good um a good port of it on newer consoles, every time it just ended up being absolute dog shit. Just being real. If you want to check this out, you need to use the fan-made PC port that is pretty smooth, I'd say, actually, because I actually completed it on that not long back and loved it. So you can enjoy uh, Jack and Daxter on that one if you wanted to, easily enough. But that being said, for example, do not touch the PlayStation 3 ports. Those guys, while they at least run okay, they have a lot of graphical glitches that are just nightmare fuel to come upon, no joke. And as someone who, owns and enjoys owning a PlayStation Vita, I know that trilogy port personally, and the trilogy port for the Jack and Daxter trilogy back on PS2 for Vita, it runs like absolute dog shit. It is hardcore, honestly, especially because it is also really hard to control with the touchpad on the back of the console. It is what sadly kills that being a amazing thing. Because if it actually worked better, if it controlled better, oh, it would be an instant sell always, guaranteed with these games. But sadly, that is not the case with the Vita, and the PS4 versions. What Sony is doing on PS4 with some of these remasters is that they are just simply taking the PlayStation 2 ISO file and plopping it into a emulator that they honestly don't care to get running very good. it isn't like they are making emulators for PlayStation 2 games that is built from the ground up for that game specifically, for example, to where it would look and run better and feel better to control on the PS4 version. It's not a remaster. It is literally an emulation ISO port that is just being sold. And it does not run good on PS4. There are some of these emulated ports that are actually running all right on PS4, thankfully. Like, for example, I would at least recommend Twisted Metal Black, for example, being on the side of the games that run a lot better. But just you gotta know that unless it is usually coming from the company itself that created that game and it wasn't specifically because they're an exclusive studio to Sony or whatever, like Square Enix, for example, they actually make from the ground up remasters for stuff like uh, the Final Fantasy games, Kingdom Hearts. Those are actual remasters that are even now on computer. Sadly, our best bet is that the fans behind the Open Goal project can actually bring these games forward onto PC, running fantastically, and perhaps also getting Jack X Combat Racing, if only because, let's be real, it really, really hurts that the only way that we can play that game and play it in a stable manner is with a fat model PlayStation 2 system. Because literally, you try to play that game on a slim model, which most PlayStation 2 emulators also go out of their way to um, emulate specifically, they emulate glitches as well that apparently were exclusive to certain PlayStation 2 titles. I only found this out when I actually got so invested in Jack and Daxter that I finally also wanted Jack X Combat Racing. But uh, when a step cousin of mine tried to well, he gave me Jack 2 and 3, which I was very grateful about because it may have been a good while later, but I finally got to check them out personally and was pleasantly surprised at what happened with the series going forward. And yet he held back on giving me Jack X going, it won't work for you. You got a slim model. And I'm like, huh? And then only years later, when I finally was like, but I really want to check that one out. What the hell's up with this? So it's one of uh, a select uh, amount of PS2 games that literally don't run okay on the likes of a slim model, to where you need a PlayStation 2 fat model in order to play certain games and play them without issues. Jack X Combat Racing, for example, if you are to try and play that game on a slim model, it would glitch up when saving and be stuck perpetually trying to save, with no way of exiting it aside from literally shutting it down and starting over from scratch. And having to literally play it without saving in order to play it at all on a slim model. And like I said, emulation for PlayStation 2 tends to have the architecture and everything for the slim models in mind, to where, yeah, most of the time you are going to end up having that glitch happen on you, and again, you need a fat model for it. So, Jack X Combat Racing honestly needs it the most out of the Jak and Daxter series. And I will say this, it would kind of be cool to see the likes of Daxter actually
That's
get
Blue Eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
got a
Notice how each Blue Eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
its own thing. But I would at least say that it deserves getting enjoyed. But at least when it comes to the likes of the it is much easier. Thanks to that, well, it's not going to be the whole thing. Potentially let's say, getting to play Jak X Combat.
This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling Blue Eco through your body.
And the thing is, if game publishers and developers
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
any platform. By then, we have a much more
Good work!
much more
The Blue Eco
custom
caused the
for
door to open. With Blue Eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
Which is part of what just absolutely pissed me off so much because
Those little green balls of
invested
energy on the
in
ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or one big green one to increase your health.
fuck about us as customers.
You can jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even
What I
higher
can say
ledges.
is, I feel like with modern gaming, we have so much of just what is, just them being greedy assholes. I'm definitely pushing this woke bullshit in such an annoying way that it just can't even fucking escape. Like what you expect to be far more what you expect to be at least. Because definitely I getting to play PS2, especially like this with newer controllers this way. Like this. over needing
Good
emulation
training,
for that
boys, but
is
that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
And no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack?
We'd love to stay in chat, Big Green, but we're itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Oh, by the way. Especially when I used to play the original game. I was a little too fucking used to those guys just being pricks to me in the original game.
Gotta get this heat shield working.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
Yeah,
You don't know what you're missing.
So you probably want to
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always
Leave
talked
that
about
to
an
the
ancient
furries to
precursor
take it
pipeline
on
hidden
that
deep
shit.
underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
It still has a nice art design to it all this time later. I mean, definitely, if this game was redone with today's graphical power, this would look even better. So much better. It's not even funny. But with how it looks now, it's still very pleasant, I would say.
Hey! It looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
That's just like one of the missions with the game. As just about every area you go
Did
to,
you see the size of the bite that lurker shark took out of the fisherman's boat? We best stay way clear of them. I don't think we can tackle a creature that dag nasty.
basically, it did the same shit that Taft did. He fucking decided, I think I'm just gonna go over here. And, just go swimming. Y'all no loading screens, right? Ooh. Better not do that shit. Seriously, though. Never fucking do that shit, you know. Fake all innocently. Open the world. Woo. And that little thing where you just perpetually just swim around. And then just have another getting nasty ass fire taken out of your ass like that. Fucking nowhere.
No, don't tell me that you two have problems as well.
The first I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. Boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
So basically this is to discover all of our main objectives for each area of the game. And in doing so, you get quite a few things that you can do for precursor orbs.
Oh my, what a horribly sick little bird.
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainfrey. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flut-flut near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral?
Yeah, this is a dumb little objective, but it's simple enough. It's one of the first two power cells to just knock it off for the sake of doing the harder objectives. Come on.
Did you bring him back for me already?
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Yeah, bring it. Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble. Gotta bring it across.
So if I go back to my map manual, where the hell's the yellowy coast switch again? It's supposed to be Forbidden Jungle. Right, okay, so that's to the right, okay. Alrighty.
Wow! Check out that funky sculpture sitting on the rocks over there. This must be...
Who awakens the oracle? Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
So, a lot of these objectives do tend to be about having the goods or goods to trade for each one. And granted, it's kind of a little simplistic, sure, but I see this kind of good structures for an open world platformer like this is one of the best things about the likes of Jack and Daxter 1. Yeah, it's good.
Those tower doohickeys scattered all over the jungle must redirect the eco beam. Let's go fiddle with them. Line up the beam by pointing it at the next tower. Hey, we can follow the beam to find the next tower. We need to charge you up with that blue stuff to get this open. Let's go to the next tower and reconnect the beam there.
then you'll see this and you're like, oh, okay.
We should go tell that windbag of the mayor that he owes us big time for connecting the village energy beam.
patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing ring. And now they're gobbling up me catch. No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do better? Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power cell if you can catch 200 pounds of them critters. And then I'll let you and Shrimp here use my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try the challenge? There are two types of good fish to catch. 1 pound fishies and 5 pound fishies. If you miss 20 pounds of good fish, then I'm gonna take me net back from you. There are poisonous eels in this river. Catch even one of them boogers, and you'll poison the whole darn catch.
This was at least super easy on the Vita because you had a touch screen to use it.
Steady, boy. Here comes a big one. Steady, boy. Steady, boy. To the left. To the left. Steady, boy. Here comes a big one. Your sails are sagging in the wind. Steady, boy. Hold steady. You did it!
There we go.
You caught
Okay.
200 pounds of fish. Not bad
Thank
for a couple
God,
of
first
landlubbers.
try.
Here's the power cell I
Because
promised.
that used to be
And
one of the
use
most
my boat
annoying
at the village
challenges
dock
in this game.
whenever you like.
growing up. Ugh. Definitely super easy things to the VR version touchscreen making stuff. It does make it a lot easier to get through it. Ow.
I was right behind you, Jack! Really? I was.
so we got a precursor launcher here, but you aren't powered up with the blue stuff. So it ain't gonna help us!
Wow, did you see that? Blue eco-vents have been activated all over the world. I knew there was a way to turn them on. There must be places to turn on the other eco-vents as well.
I almost literally missed it. Now this Ow. I don't know why there have to be some secret precursor orbs right there. So I just gotta return to there, and all the objectives in the Forbidden Jungle is done, including...
Hey! Let's go check out old Fish Brett's speedboat at the dock.
That would be after we're done.
Oh, what a wonderful sight! I thank you. The entire village will thank me. Boys, you have restored power to the village and guaranteed my re-election. And for that, my boy, you've earned a power cell. So, you want to make a contribution? Good. A sizable one, I hope. Yes. Oh, it is a sizable contribution. I just hope this power cell adequately represents my gratitude.
Okay.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island. I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute! We are not going back to Misty Island!
Well, we are actually, you know, so... Got all the precursor orbs here at Sandover Village. And I'll cash in the rest of these these power cells when I am done over It's definitely a trip that the series progresses into something inspired by
These old metal boxes are thicker than a yak-owl skull, but there must be something that can bust them open. Hey! That pelican just snagged a power cell! Let's go kick some big bird butt! started with the original as well. When I saw my uncle have Baxter on PS2, and I played that before I played that Jack 3. I don't even know what Jack 3's combat base is. All right! More orbs!
It was, when I finally did play Baxter start, I was like, what the hell's happening? This is definitely very different. What the hell's happening? And yet, I was intrigued. When I did finally get the chance to play Baxter, I still haven't beat that one just because of how hard it does get at certain points. But even with that,
I'm like, Stretcher? Yuck. I think.
how about fuck you too, Baxter? It's interesting though how much more story does actually go the way that typically expected in this first game. Yeah, when the movie play as Noah's Ark, consider that it's more with the gunplay still having platforming still at its very core. That is one of the best things about these games, that they're still platformers and really doing good still. Usually, try out what is it, Bachelor Point. I guess I really want to talk that one up, but as someone who had only tried the
Well, I see that you two have finally decided to unblock my collectors. I would offer my congratulations, but you have so much to do, I won't waste your time. By the way, if things don't work out, Daxter could always get a job controlling the village rat problem.
Are you near the egg yet? See? Just a little further. Here, birdie, birdie.
Use that with that, do I still have my airburn crap around here? No. My dad might know where it is, but I'm not gonna ask him right now.
Are you near the egg yet? That's it. Just a little further. Come on, push the egg off the cliff. Oh my, that was gentle. Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg. Oh my. I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
No, no! No, 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 no!
Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
Ah! I'm not your mom! You see any feathers here?
Oh, love at first sight. Oh. Listen, boys, I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
nice to know that that had a random objective. I wouldn't have expected that, honestly.
Wow! They caused an avalanche! Let's check it out!
But here it happens. Here. There's still two more power cells. A good amount more of the precursor orbs. I got all the scout flies. I'm just gonna real quick take a quick bathroom break. Maybe even get something to snack on. Be right back. absolutely made it just terrible with the likes of the individual Now that Disney has taken over, people, there are many who actually looks back and goes, yeah, the prequels were actually a lot better. And this final smart
to fuel my heat shield. Meet me by the entrance to the fire canyon by climbing the cliff behind the farmer's house. Bring the power cells, and hurry! My father says he's seen more lurkers around.
to make the trade. Good, jolly good. You have the precursor orbs that we agreed on? I hope you put this hard-earned power cell to good use. Cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.
And the last two that I can get is Oracle. But
This place gives me the creeps! And trust me, it's a whole new experience when you're covered in fuzz!
yeah, no shit out there.
Don't fall into the mist below us! Because I don't think we'll make it back! Hey! I see the sculptor's muse!
There we go. Get in the fucking bag, asshole. Yeah, like that. Thanks, Dax. This place is gonna be better because I got comparison to the kind of uniqueness, it feels like you got out of Unico. All the switches you can activate with it and whatnot. Like Unico feels far more That's 1 out of 8. So
Watch your back! We remember what happened the last time we were here. It's an ambush, Jack! It's an ambush! I'll say something really teary at the funeral, like, "Oh, I gotta get changed back now!"
yeah, okay,
This place gives me the willies. Let's keep you out of the ooze, okay?
okay. still so fun every time you come back to it.
I have to admit, I'm impressed. You two didn't screw up. Now that the lurkers can't open that silo, they can't flood the world with dark eco and cause untold destruction. Wipe Wipe that ridiculous grin off your face, Daxter. The two of you have plenty to do. Get on with it.
I could kind of just consider that done for now. So then there's only 3 left on the island. Then there's this.
Let's plow into those balloon lurkers and shred them! Said, shred the lurkers, Jack. Not the mines! Rule number 1, always avoid the mines!
Yeah. arrows, 6 left, and then 2 scout flies left.
For weeks. Bring your zoomer back to the chance pad and I'll teleport it back.
Because, you know, we're pretty much on our way to that objective by just returning at all, especially when you get all the precursor orbs.
Hurry up with those power cells. I'm waiting at the head of Fire Canyon, at the top of the cliff behind the farmer's house.
Oh, my muse! You saved her! Oh, you really are the best. Here, take this power cell. I won't need it now that I have my inspiration back.
For your gift, another power cell is yours. You have proven yourself worthy. Here is a power cell.
Gotta bring it across from the
Great! You have the 20 cells needed to power my heat shield.
I got
now
more
be
than that,
careful.
bitch.
The shield will only protect your zoomer till it reaches 500 degrees, so try to keep it cool. Flying over open lava will definitely heat you up fast. Hit 500 degrees and it's over.
Over? Like burning molten metal over?
The fire canyon gets pretty hot, so keep a lookout for jumps to keep you off the hot ground. I've also released several blue cooling balloons you can use to drop the shield's temperature quickly. Oh, and when you get across, don't forget to activate the teleport gate in the Blue Sage's lab. Then we'll be able to teleport over and meet you. Good luck!
Hit those balloons to cool off! There's scout flies out here, too!
Right on the raised precursor stuff to keep us cool.
See if we can catch air
think I'll ever get used to that teleporter tingling sensation. Hey, it looks like the Blue Sage threw a party.
Oh my! Rock Village is on fire!
One heck of a party.
No, I mean Rock Village is being bombarded with flaming boulders. Oh, and it looks like the Blue Sage is working on a levitation machine to move them. Assuming it's operational, we're gonna need power cells to fuel it. I guess you two are going to have to find some more.
We'd better take a look at his notes. Jack, go check on the villagers. Then come back and give us an update. And take the furball with you.
Power cells to fuel his machine. Go get him.
This stone is very
like trying to talk about it as if it's
two look like a couple of capable fellows. I've got a research project
it's always
going,
just
and maybe you could help me out.
Hey, we're the ones on a big quest here. We ask you for help.
Well, perhaps we can help each other. I've been studying the burrowing habits of lightning moles in the precursor base next to our village for years. But now those awful lurkers have scared the moles to the surface. And since they're blind as bats, they can't find their way back underground. If you could herd them back into their burrowing tunnels, you might just save their lives. I've got a power cell that says you can do it.
Yeah, lightning moles. We care. Maybe for 2 power cells.
Nice try. But I would be willing to part with another power cell if you two find me 90 precursor orbs for my research equipment. Fair enough?
Let's be fucking real here, especially if you're Solid 2. Yo, that no, it's just false information. That's why we have power to control what does and doesn't get said. It's because they're in reality going to look at that and think, oh, maybe that is a good idea. And actually realize, hey, they're actually trying to bullshit everyone by making them these claims of false information. It's literally everything that Metal Gear Solid expect them to actually bring shit to
That's one of those flying lurkers. He might have a power cell.
expectations. Okay, your moment of gloating is over. Get on with it.
Trust me, those dark eco boxes are bad news! cell from the geologist.
41% already. It's it doesn't take too long to actually complete it if you know what you're doing, and it's always been a nice fun time. And definitely, if you already like Crash Bandicoot but you never got around to playing Jack and Daxter, it is definitely a must play if you are a Crash Bandicoot fan but haven't played Jack and Daxter. Like, just bottom line. I'm kind of surprised at how many who are Crash Bandicoot fans never actually played this game. Or maybe at least played the original but refused to play the sequels because they got interesting, to put it lightly. I'd say it's still worth a good time, and definitely, if you have a PlayStation 2 still, or you don't mind checking out the PC fan port through Open Goal, then give it a shot.